New this morning, the U.S. making a stern recommendation to travelers as COVID-19 cases soar in Canada. And within Cattaraugus County, an uptick in cases. The university looks ahead to summer plans for freshman orientations.
We're just trying to take one step at a time. We're pretty confident.
COVID-19 has left its wake on bars within Allegheny.
Went till 11 o'clock. I thought, honestly, I thought I was going to go bankrupt.
Will the extra hour of business save them from bankruptcy? Though the weather outside may not show it, spring is in full swing. Sbu Tv Sports sits down with Bonnie's outfielder, Tyler Kelder, in this week's Player Profile. Sbu TV starts now. Welcome to Sbu TV. My name's Nick Gallion.
And I'm Jaron Holmes. Nick, it's great to be with you, and we have a wonderful show for you today. New this morning, for the first time since the pandemic started, Canada is on the U.S. State Department's Do Not Travel list. The move is a rising result of COVID-19 cases, mainly in the province of Ontario. The Great White North joins more than 115 additional countries Americans should avoid. The U.S.-Canada land border is still closed to non-essential travel until at least May 21st.
COVID-19 numbers continue to climb this week in Cattaraugus County. Checked just moments ago, active cases over 200. Over 5,200 cases reported since the beginning of the pandemic. COVID-19 related deaths increased to 96. And here on campus, active cases stand at 7. 91 people have recovered since the beginning of the semester, bringing the total number of cases to 98.
Just this week, bars and restaurants are open for an additional hour here, according to a new state mandate. They now close at 12 a.m. I talked to the owner of the popular Allegheny bar and Bonaventure hotspot, the OP. Plus, I got reaction from students on their thoughts about the curfew extension.
Went till 11 o'clock. I thought, honestly, I thought I was going to go bankrupt.
Other place owner Rodney Gleason claims it's not been easy owning a bar in the state of New York during COVID-19. Governor Andrew Cuomo implemented guidelines such as curfews and purchasing food to buy a drink in a bar or restaurant. The OP makes 80 to 90% of its revenue during the time of 10 p.m. to 2 a.m., according to Gleason. Also, according to Gleason, in 1 year, the OP's total revenue is down 60 to 70%. He credits Bonaventure students for their continued service during the pandemic.
The students have supported us in the early hours, which, kudos to them. Kudos to the whole student body for realizing that local businesses need their support.
This year, during COVID, the OP can only hold about 60 to 70 students. But without COVID, the OP is holding probably 140 to 150 students on the dance floor.
Governor Cuomo's decision to push back the curfew of bars and restaurants to 12 p.m. has been met with some optimism from students.
Just an hour, it's going to go a long way because, an hour is better than nothing especially when it's coming down to your last few nights at Bonaventure.
But it frustrated local owners.
The frustrating part for us is it doesn't make sense to us, bar owners, restaurant owners, why we're singled out as, bowling alleys, casinos, and all these people are allowed to open till full.
With Sbu TV, I'm Jaron Holmes.
This is the second extension for bars and restaurants in the last 2 months.
An update on the March 24th shooting on South 3rd Street in Olean that killed father of 9, Alexis Figueroa. A picture of Figueroa on your screens now. The Olean Times-Herald reports police have identified a suspect in connection with the shooting, but police are still asking for the public's help. Anyone with information on the shooting is asked to contact the Olean Police Department. April is National Distracted Driving Awareness Month, reminding us to focus more on our surroundings and less on distractions behind the wheel. Jordan Mejia with more.
April is National Distracted Driving Awareness Month. Distracted driving is the leading cause of traffic accidents. You are 23 times more likely to get into an accident that can lead to a fatal or serious crash by distracted driving. In Cattaraugus County, as of this year, the New York State Police has issued at least 2,300 tickets. Bad habits can start at home, so make sure if you have another driver, lead by example.
There is an increase of distracted drivers. 77% of teens say that they can safely drive while distracted. and that's very alarming.
If you or someone you know is having a hard time keeping their eyes on the road, make sure to remind them how quickly things can change from 1 second to another. If you have trouble with your cellular device, you can put it in the glove box, back seat, or even your trunk. With Sbu TV, I'm Jordan Mejia. New, now, next.
St. Bonaventure will open to visitors come May 17th. This is the first time visitors are allowed on campus since August of 2019. The university plans to host events that usually take place in the summer. Some camps, including sports camps, have already signed on. Freshman orientation is also in person this summer. Orientation is held in 4 sessions. Social distancing and other COVID-19 guidelines will be followed. Any event held this summer will have access to whatever facilities it needs on campus.
We're just trying to take one step at a time. We're pretty confident. You know, again, even that said, if for some reason there's a large spike in the region and we have to stop visitors from coming to campus.
No word yet on what the visitors policy will look like for next semester. The university will keep track of the pilot program this summer and make a more formal decision in August on how things look for students in the fall.
New life for a downtown staple. We told you about it the last 2 weeks. This week, find out how you and the Olean community could benefit from the new Manny Hanny. The Manufacturers Hanover building in Olean opened in 1915, a former location of First National Bank. A century later, Manny Hanny is a staple of the Olean community. Its brick facades still standing, but the lights are off now and have been for nearly 40 years. The city says that depending on how much of the building is renovated by the time March 1st comes next year, the building could add more than $15,000 into the city economy. It'll also receive an exemption from the Cack County Industrial Development Agency, meaning it won't have to pay all the taxes that it's due for the next 10 years. The building will be divided into retail space, the gallery at Olean that we told you about last week, office space, and apartment space, making it a mixed-use facility. Residents of Olean have a lot to look forward to. So do local businesses. Neither owner wanted to appear on camera, but PJ McAfee of Beef and Barrel and Deb Van Scoter of the Paper Factory agree the renovation will bring more business downtown and hope the new tenants support other downtown businesses too. Developers think renovation could be complete by early next year. For Sbu TV, I'm Nick Gellion. A piece of Olean history, Jaron, renovated for Olean by Olean.
And coming up after the break, a push for social justice in your local community. And a recap of the Derek Chauvin trial, Nick. All this and more coming up after the break. Please stay with us.
Hey world, I have a quick message. It's about safe driving. All right, let's go. Anytime you're driving, have the seatbelt buckled tight. Both hands on the wheel and your phone out of sight. When not in your hand, trying to text somebody back. Because if you do, your car might get smacked. The moral of the story, just put your phone down. The people on the road will stay safe and sound. Put your phone down, put your phone down. People on the road will stay safe and sound. Yeah.
Every day,
millions of people are connecting. Father,
cosplayer,
mentor,
actor. It's time we take a step forward, come together,
and discover
how accepting our differences
can make us stronger.
If doctors, nurses, and grocery store clerks can wear a mask for 10 or 12-hour shifts, you can wear a mask for an hour or less when you go to the store. Do your part. Be New York tough. Mask up, America.
What to expect when you're expecting.
Like here.
A teenager.
Today, I'm going to show you how to teen-proof your home. First step, hide the car keys. Preferably somewhere they would never look. Challenges will come up. Be ready for them. Hi, honey.
Ready for the... Mom, you don't use mannequins in the mannequin challenge.
You don't have to know it all to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
I don't think we're free in this country. For 100 years, you saw Black people menaced and targeted and lynched and beaten and brutalized. I think we're burdened by this history more people have to be willing to do that uncomfortable, inconvenient thing that justice requires for things to get better.
Truth can inspire change. Learn more at EJI.org.
An investigation continues into a shooting 3 weeks ago involving a 19-year-old woman in East Olean. Sbu TV's Hannah Legacy with more.
To New York State troopers, Sunday, March 28th, a high-speed pursuit led to an Olean police officer opening fire during an attempted traffic stop. This resulted in the pursued vehicle crashing in War Veterans Park at 551 East State Street at about 3:30 a.m. I spoke with Sierra Gayton, involved in the incident. She wasn't comfortable with releasing a statement, but she allowed me to take her picture as she protested on Union Street Saturday. I also spoke with Adam Gayton, Sierra's father, the same day. He provided Sbu TV with footage of the incident.
That's not how you treat human beings. That's damn sure not how you treat our youth. So we're out here supporting the cause because we got to make change. And it starts with each and every one of us.
I'm at War Veterans Park. I spoke with representatives from the Olean Police Department and the state troopers to try and get more information on the still ongoing investigation. Olean Police Chief Ron Richardson said he couldn't give a statement because state troopers have taken on investigating. And when I reached out to Trooper James O'Callahan, the local troops public information officer, he said he could give no more information than what the troopers have already released. With Sbu TV, I'm Hannah Legacy. New, now, next.
Earlier this week, a verdict was reached in the trial against Derek Chauvin. After Chauvin was found guilty on all 3 charges, local politician and member of Olean Supports Black Lives Matter shares how he feels the verdict could impact our community.
Want people to do is still come together, still have those uncomfortable conversations, keep the screaming up, but also have the other side of it to push legislation to get what we need.
Chauvin was found guilty of second-degree murder, third-degree murder, and manslaughter on Tuesday. His bail was revoked, and he was placed into custody.
Protests continue in Columbus following the death of Ma'Khia Bryant. The 16-year-old was shot and killed by police Tuesday. Released body cam footage, which you can see now on your screens, shows Bryant trying to stab another young woman at the time of the shooting. Bryant was in the foster care system within Franklin County, according to the county's children's services. Bryant's mother said she is heartbroken and having difficulty coping with what happened. Top city and state leaders are calling the incident a tragedy. Officer Nicholas Reardon is identified as the shooter. Next, the U.S. joins a global climate summit to cut down on greenhouse emissions. And then hear from Afghanistan president about U.S. involvement in his country. Stay tuned.
Hi. Can I get the now bar, please?
No problem. $1.
Have a good one.
Got it.
Hi, can I get a now bar, please?
$1.
Thanks.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Hey, let me get a now bar.
Sure. $1.
Appreciate you.
You got it.
How's it going? Can I get a now bar?
Hey, stop right there! Get down on the ground! Out of your car right there! Over your head!
Regardless of where you are on your path to retirement, you can still take charge of your financial future today. Visit aceyourretirement.org and answer a few questions from Avo, your friendly digital retirement coach, for free tips, resources, and advice customized for your situation to help you feel confident and prepared for retirement. Retirement looks different for everyone. Make sure you're prepared for your financial future at aceyourretirement.org.
I may never have met you. We don't go way back. Maybe we wouldn't even be friends if we did. But when you wear a mask, you have my respect. Because your mask doesn't protect you. It protects me. I wear my mask to protect you. Be New York tough. Mask up, America.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us again. Yesterday was an unusually cold, snowy Earth Day. Sbu TV's Aiden Varley talks about the history of Earth Day and some of the green alumni donations around campus.
Today is a day to spread awareness of all the pollution in the world. Pollution continues to be a growing concern and making Earth inhabitable. Over 5 trillion pieces of plastic pollute our oceans. Students say Earth Day is very important.
I think Earth Day is pretty important. I mean, it's April, 22nd, and it's like blizzarding outside. It's just, I mean, that's upstate New York, but I think it's just important, like, for our future generations to, like, take care of the planet and, like, each do our own part.
St. Bonaventure alumni have made some green donations on campus over the years. In 2000, the Amelanchier tree in front of the Butler Gymnasium was an alumni donation. The Conlian cherry tree in front of the Freed Sam Memorial Library was donated in memory of Feinbar and Joan Conroy. Even with alumni green donations, students look to improve the big picture.
I think littering has gotten very poor. I think how we recycle, how we take care of our garbage, and how we treat the oceans is getting worse and worse, and I think we need to make some serious changes or less.
The Allegheny River Valley Trail on campus has signs posted to educate people on the trail. White oak trees, wood ducks, birds, gray and black squirrels, and deer are common to see on the trail. There are 4 benches to sit down and enjoy the beautiful view of the Allegheny River. This Saturday, the Olean Public Library will host a tree planting in honor of Earth Day. With Sbu TV, I'm Aiden Varley.
The U.S. Senate overwhelmingly passes an anti-Asian hate crimes bill Thursday night. The bill denounces discrimination against Asian American communities in the United States. The 94-1 vote establishes a new position within the Justice Department to speed up the reviews of potential COVID-19 related hate crimes. After the shooting of 6 Asian women in Atlanta this March, the bill gained momentum. It now heads to the House of Representatives next before it is signed into law by President Biden.
40 world leaders joined President Biden at a 2-day climate change summit. The summit focused on cutting greenhouse gas emissions and creating new jobs. Biden opened the summit Thursday, promising to cut emission levels 50% by 2030. President Biden also re-entered the 2015 Paris Climate Agreement, of which former President Trump pulled the United States out of. Biden plans to add millions of jobs through this pledge to reduce emissions. Other world leaders joined the president, also pledging to reduce emissions.
Earlier this week, the U.S. announced plans to withdraw all troops in Afghanistan by September 11th. Thursday, CNN spoke exclusively with Afghan President Ashraf Ghani, who commented on the issue.
A strategic decision has been made. The implications of this at the operational level, tactical level, in re-strategizing for the region, for the Islamic world, and for us at the national level is the imperative.
The effort also includes NATO countries who are also withdrawing troops. The United States currently has 2,500 troops on the ground in Afghanistan. Well, guess what, Sharon? We are going to Cleveland for the NFL draft next week. Did you know that?
I didn't.
Well, we will be there with Sbu TV Sports, and we're going to tell you a little bit about that after the break. Also coming up, we take a look at a star on the Bonnies baseball team, Tyler Kelder. Our own Louis Genovese speaks to Kelder about his offseason experience and the team's goals for the rest of the season. That and more next with Ryan Bolin in sports. Stick around.
people do some pretty cool things in their 40s and 50s. Why should saving for retirement be any different? So wherever you are in your retirement savings journey, head to aceyourretirement.org and start chatting with Avo today. That's aceyourretirement.org.
Before we celebrate the freedom most Americans have, we must fight for the freedom all Americans deserve. Because all lives can't matter until Black lives matter.
Observe a domesticated human family in their natural habitat, known to their species as the backyard.
Hey, you think I should light it now?
I think it's good.
Yeah.
Oh dear, someone is about to burn a pile of debris that's too tall, which can start a wildfire. Wait, could it be? Blimey, it is.
It's Smokey.
It's Smokey Bear. What a legend.
Hey, it's Smokey. Sorry, it was too high. Right.
Watch as he astutely ensures that there's no wind, and how he removes some of the debris to create a smaller, safer burning pile.
No, you said make it bigger, baby. The bigger, the better.
Take note of our fearless furry friend here, humans.
I appreciate it. Fist bump.
Watching you.
Smokey's done it again.
Bye, Smokey.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Welcome back. And now it's time for sports with Ryan Boland, who's in live studio with us here today. Ryan, good morning.
Thanks, Jaron. St. Bonaventure baseball team prepares today for their first of 4 games against LaSalle this weekend. Fresh off their best series of the season where they split a pair last weekend with St. Joseph's, redshirt junior outfielder Tyler Kelder has picked up right where he left off last season, smashing 5 home runs through 17 games while posting a .356 batting average. Our Louis Genovese met up with Tyler to discuss what strides he took to stay in baseball shape over the long offseason and details his goals for the remainder of the season.
I'm here today with junior outfielder Tyler Kelder, who led the nation in home runs per game last season. Tyler, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today. Let's start by asking the obvious. Due to COVID-19, the 2020 spring season was cut short. With the current spring season about halfway done, how much does it mean to you to be playing competitively again?
This season, it's really important for me. I don't know if I'll play another college season, so obviously going into the season, I want to be really successful. I want to have a lot of fun, and I want to win with the guys because I think we had a good chance to win last year, and that kind of got ripped from us.
During quarantine, what did you do to make sure that you stayed both physically and mentally fit?
Well, when we got cut off, I didn't play much baseball, but I did still work out and stuff. I'd hit with my father, and during quarantine, with the workouts I was doing at home, I think I got in even better shape than I was before.
What are your goals for yourself and the team going into the second half of the season?
For myself, I just want to be successful, hit well, hit for power. And then for the team in general, I want to be successful with them too. I think we can, and I hope we can make the A10 tournament and maybe make a run in that tournament with the talent we have this year.
All right, Tyler, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today, and good luck for the rest of the season.
Appreciate it.
Kelder and the Bonnies aim to take down the top-seeded Explorers in the Atlantic 10 today at 3 o'clock, the first of 4 games on the weekend docket for St. Bonaventure. You can catch all the games on ESPN+. And last week, we brought you part 1 of the 2-part series of the unprecedented success this season of the Bonnies men's lacrosse program, beginning with the job hunt that brought head coach Randy Mearns to St. Bonaventure. Stay tuned for part 2, airing next Friday, which will cover the obstacles and the program has overcome to thrive in year 3 of the rebirth. And we'll see if the Bonnies can add another win to their season tally tomorrow when they host Siena at 1 o'clock. The 2021 draft is less than a week away, and all of Western New York is curious to see the direction the Buffalo Bills will go with the 30th overall pick. Join Sbu TV Sports as we travel down the 90 to Cleveland. We will bring you live coverage on our social platforms during the first round of the draft Thursday night, and then live from First Energy Stadium Friday morning at 10, right here on Sbu TV. And perhaps the best performance last weekend for the St. Bonaventure baseball team came in Game 1 of Saturday's doubleheader with St. Joseph's, when the Bonnies shut out the Hawks 6-0. thanks to a masterful 5-inning performance by starting pitcher Elijah Baez. Saturday's win was the first shutout St. Bonaventure has had against St. Joseph's in 5 years. So, our Sbu TV Sports Trivia question for this week: who earns the win for the Bonnies in their previous shutout against St. Joseph's, and how many strikeouts did that pitcher have? In the final start of his St. Bonaventure career, senior Connor Gray tossed 7 1/3 scoreless innings while striking out 15 batters. Thad Johnson came on to close out the game, earning his 6th save of the year and securing the win for the Gray. A tricky question this week, coming in with the only correct answer. Congratulations to Vinny Leibel of Oneida, New York, a sophomore here at St. Bonaventure. And that performance from Gray secured him a program record for most strikeouts in a single season with 95. We'll see if Liam Devine can channel his inner Connor Gray when he takes the bump this afternoon against the Explorers. Well, that's all the time we have in sports this week. Back over to you, Nick and Jaron.
Thank you, Ryan. This Wednesday, the St. Bonaventure Choir performed in the Quick Arts Center. The concert served as both a performance and a small victory in the midst of COVID. Sbu TV's Jordan Fitch spoke with the director of the choir, Professor Jennifer Rohde, about their choir's experience.
The fall semester started a long road of COVID change for the St. Bonaventure Choir.
The first half of the year was pretty rough. It was new, and it was like being a stranger in a strange land.
The St. Bonaventure Choir experienced a few extra changes in their program. The choir has the added issue of increased particle spread while singing, meaning greater distancing and the use of singing masks. These obstacles didn't stop them from performing and accomplishing another goal.
Once people know that it's possible to sing during a pandemic, that they will think about coming to join us in choir.
The group's performance showcased individual singers and group pieces in an entertaining ensemble.
We've done amazing things, and I just don't think that we could have had it better under the circumstances in any way.
This is Jordan Fitch reporting. New, now, next.
The latest news from St. Bonaventure and beyond. Follow Sbu TV on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Our accounts are on the screen now. Keep yourself up to date on everything new, now, next. Nick, I've truly enjoyed myself here with you today.
The feeling is very mutual, my friend. Whether it's 50 degrees or 70 degrees out there today, I hope you enjoy your day, and I hope you enjoy your day as well. Bye-bye.
Thank you.